What's going on, guys? So today is Master Grade Monday, and it is actually the beginning of something special this year, and it is Jinx Week. And thanks to this guy right here, Mr. Christian, who is shamelessly repping. One of the few people I know who owns one of my shirts that isn't me, and of course I'm shamelessly repping.
You gotta support the channel.
Of course you do. Which, by the way, guys, 00CTOBER shirts. Make sure you go grab one of those. Everything's always in the description down below. But he decided to bring over a couple kits. We're going to look at the first one today. It is going to be the Advanced Jinx MG, or GNX for everybody who hates to hear the word Jinx. By the way, I'm tired of saying the word Jinx if you can't guess.
Yeah, no,
it's like you've seen the work I've had to do so far.
Jinx and Jinx.
Jinx and more Jinx and Jinx. You guys will hate the word Jinx by the end of this week, and so will I. But let's go ahead and take a look at the actual kit and box and stuff. So do that thing where I flip around. So what's up, guys? This is a big blue box. This is a Jinx or a GNX. You used to decide. And this is Master Grade Monday. Let's get to it. Alright, guys, so welcome to the first episode of Jinx Week, and yay, we got an MG, finally. Now, we were originally supposed to have a regular MG Jinx in the original planning for this, but sadly things did not go through. But thanks to Mr. Christian here, we actually get to have this one, which is even better, I guess. It's bluer.
And advanced.
It's a bluer advanced one, and I don't really know the story about the advanced Jinx. I guess it's just a Jinx that's more advanced, and because you see the classic Jinx back there, it clearly must have existed then and before the Jinx 3 and stuff like that came out later, once the Union and everybody was really created. Somewhere in between that gap.
Yeah.
And of course it is from the one of the side stories. It's from the V side story, but you know, you get your P-Bandai monochromaticness going on right here, and hey, look at this. You can read, with the exception of my light, you can read the thing. Why does Bandai selectively choose when they want to cover the letters or not?
Maybe because it's a smaller version, like a smaller...
I don't know, because, I mean, even the last one I did, you couldn't even read the whole thing. But we will flip the box because blue. So, 604T. No big deal. Advanced Jinx. It is a thing. It's a GN Drive T equipped mobile suit. T would be Tau. And turn the box. Master Grade Monday. Master Grade. Doesn't say Monday, but it should. BandaiHobby.net. That's the first 00 kit I've actually got to say BandaiHobby.net on. Because they're all too old. So, there's a repeat of the closeness. Now, I believe that is actually an image or an actual picture taken. It's not a drawing, sadly. And, hey, look. More words. Same words. And you got all the little plastics right there. PS, PE, ABS, little thing with toilet, English words. No 3-year-old warning, but just assume. Well, I mean, there's that one, but it's not the fun one that I like to make fun of. And then you got 4,200 yen. No, it doesn't cost that. How much did you pay for it, if you don't mind me asking? Because I know what they were going for, but I don't know where you got it.
I took a trip to Cali, and I got it for 90.
God. I think most places were selling it between 80 and 90, so... I mean, you're there, right?
I'm there.
So, I mean, yeah, guys, it's P-Bandai price. It's American price. It sucks.
It's a cost we have.
But, before we really get into it, do you think it's worth that price?
I believe so. Well...
I mean, obviously the 42, 4,500 would be amazing. Yeah. But do you think you got 90 bucks worth out of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Good, that's all we needed to know. Bye! No, I'm just kidding. Alright, guys, so obviously not going to be a build montage for this, because I can't have this boy fucking filming something.
That I already built.
Now, they already built. We can't do that, time travel-wise. So, let's just get to the actual review. Advanced Jinx. Alright, guys, so, yeah. This is a big boy. I don't know, it's reminding me of some superhero, but I can't think. It's not quite Batman, but I think Batman would use a black variant of this.
Yeah, he would most
Probably.
definitely.
It's like it's big and pointy and stuff. He's reminding me of something. I just don't know what. Let me know in the comments down there if you guys have an idea of what it might remind you of. But I like the idea that it's literally it's an advanced version of the Jinx. So the thighs are different. So he's got extra big old thrusters here. You've got whatever the heck these new winglets are up here. They actually do look like they're like GN. They actually look like smaller GN drives, but I don't think that's what they technically are. Did it say anything about that in?
No, it didn't mention anything.
Okay, so they're just there to look cool. So you got extra winglets, and for once I say that. Something we never saw in other ones. You got a commander horn, which is pretty neat. Gotta love that. And being P-Bandai, you came with quite a few water slides, right?
Yes.
And you didn't put all of them on, but you put on a necessary amount.
Yes, just enough to kind of.
Yeah, so like the little chevron / warnings and the cautions like down here on the thrusters, and I like all the stripes. Was that the most annoying part? Like trying to put on these little round stripes. Is it a whole circle or is it a ring?
No, it's a whole circle. It's a whole circle.
Okay, because that would be really annoying. I mean, it already looks annoying just looking at it, and unlike the Gundams that put that underneath the clear piece, it's a little daunting to have it on the outside where everybody can see how, if you screwed up on it. Yeah, I feel your pain. I'm looking at it and I can feel your pain of trying to put that on. Yeah, nice. I'm just impressed because I've got, as you guys will see, there are plenty of Jinxes to look at, but this one, of course, is the first one I've ever seen in 1/100 scale. So, big old GN drive back here. Of course, it's got the GNX right there. Yay! And GNT, that's confusing. Of course, GNT is the GN Tau drive, the GNX is whatever. I always like that they give you the color separation but on the stickers, so they'll give you plenty of the white stickers to go on the body color, stuff like that.
Well, a funny thing about it is they actually gave you had a choice between going with the navy blue or going all white, but then you wouldn't be able to use all the water slides.
Okay, so that's the tab that should release the GN drive, right?
Yes.
Should I remove it or no? You tell me how bad it is.
Nah, you can go ahead and...
Okay, so is it just this or is it the whole cylinder?
It popped, it technically should pop the whole thing out.
Like all of this or just this? Okay. So I can't tell if it's... Yeah, should be loose. Oh man, yeah, that is in there.
Yeah, it was difficult to put in there.
And sadly, unlike its other MG compatriots, it doesn't light up, right?
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does. You just have to have an LED.
Yes.
Which you don't have.
I think I do have one in there, but I don't know if the batteries were wrong. But you gotta mess around with it and then put it back in there.
I can't even get it out, so it's in there. I mean, it won't. I need my pry tool, which is nowhere to be found. Ah, there we go. It's stuck over there. There we go. Oh, okay, I see. So, no, you don't have an LED in there. So, just in case you're wondering. But, some of us come prepared. With a nearly dead one. Come on. Technically, it's not the right one, but it'll work for all I care. Okay, hold on. Gotta... There we go. Shouldn't just be rotating. Come on, get out of there. Oh, hello. That's what happened. The entire GN drive didn't come out. Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's actually a double-ended one like Exia. Oh, you have one in the front. That's what it is. Yeah, okay, so he's got the LED up here in the front, which is a purple one, as you should have. And it should activate by doing that, but sadly, no, it does not. At least in this case, it doesn't.
And the funny thing is, it actually recommends you doing a red...
The red LED?
The red LED.
For the Tau drive, yeah, because the early ones did. The later ones, the Jinx 3s and 4s, have the orange Tau drives. I'll line it up right here in a second. I just want to see if I can actually get it to light up. Let's see here. Fail. Oh well. We tried. We tried, Chris. Screw it. Either way, GN drive. It's a cool thing. Figure it out on your own, people. And a lot of people will probably bypass things like this entirely and just run their own LEDs. But yeah, I see why you say probably a pain in the butt, because you got to line up all those tabs and along with the actual one that recesses in there. But hey, it actually looks pretty neat. Okay, I got you. There we go. Cool. So the chest will light up and stuff if you have it done correctly. And it's got, is it a purple lens or is it a purple sticker?
It's a purple lens.
Okay, cool. I like that. Yay! So, articulation real quick. Head is, I'm assuming there's a hinge and or ball joint back there somewhere?
It's a ball joint.
Okay. But it does have a neck hinge here, but it's a ball joint to the neck, or into the body?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And these guys move around. Nice, I like that. Gives it expression. Whoop. I'm angry at you. You can tell by my dark brow. And he does have some foil stickers there for eyes, and a little black one here, and then some extra details sticker there on the ridge. I kind of dig that. What I'm looking at here, because we're talking about the HG, is how much of a pain in the butt a lot of these details are going to be on the HG. Alright, the shoulders, I assume, can do all the things, or do they only move here, or does the chest part move too?
No, it would be just
Well, this moves a little. Okay, so that means the HG actually has superior articulation.
Oh.
I'll show you. So, there you go. Shoulders go up and down, goes round and round. So it pivots here, but then you got the rotation joint way out here. So it's actually kind of cool. Oh yeah, there's a, always remember your big leg thrusters there, people. These things do move. That's cool. Bicep rotation, double jointed elbow, and hands we're going to talk about here in a second. So if you work it properly, you can get a nice high teacher. It's 00CTOBER. Now, just very quick, we'll talk about the hands because we made fun of these when you were putting them together at the meet. The double fingers. Seriously, he's got fingers on his fingers. He can pick his nose while making a fist, which you can do. So he actually has, you know, articulated fingers, which is not the best, and the 00 hands have always been tricky. Just say that there's some not great ones. Oh, hey, one of your water slides just came off. Oh no, it's one of the GNX ones from somewhere. I don't know where it came off from.
The top GN drive.
Might have come up. Was there one on top of the GN drive right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what came off then. I don't know what to do with it.
Right good.
Right
I
there.
have another one.
Do we have more?
Yeah.
Since we'll talk about that, what are you using to apply your
hot water?
So you don't use Mark Setter, Mark Softer?
I've tried, but I feel every time I use the Mark Setter, it just destroys the...
What about the Microsoft Microset?
Have not tried that.
Okay, it works really well. I've had very little problems with water slides since I started using it. So that's a tip for you in the future there, guys. Alright, so you saw me there. I'm just playing with the, it has a little bit of an ab crunch. So it can kind of go up and down. I like that. It's always a good thing. And does rotate at the waist, as you do. Just watch out for the big thrusters. And this is something I really dig. It has a hinge to get them up and out of the way. So it can be like a gargoyle wing kind of situation going on here. I was about to say those are mounted on ball joints. And it beat me to it. Thanks for showing it off yourself. Though one thing is these big leg pods, as cool as they are, really do get in the way. So actually the ability to move that up and out is pretty cool. I like that. I don't know about you. I mean, it's your kit. By all means, talk about it. Talk more. Okay. The hips are fairly simple. Just did they do the up down? It looks like they drop up and down. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll give you a little bit more range of movement if you actually do the drop down part. You're not going to get a whole lot of kick forward because you're just going to run into this thingy. You can go back quite a bit, but then you run into the back thingy. The thrusters just get in your way. That's why it's a space mobile suit. It's not meant to walk. It does have thigh rotation. You can go all the way around, but as I always say, why would you? The leg pods themselves actually are maneuverable. So this is pretty cool. I guess it's on like a sliding.
Yeah, it's
just a slider with a rocker.
Yes.
Cool. So you can get it much lower down if you need to. You need to hit that with a gold marker. Like just right there on the tip.
The thrusters?
Yeah, get a little gold burst there. That's cool. So you can go backwards really fast.
Yeah.
I assume that is just for retro burn. Like just to slow you down, because that's not a maneuvering thruster. That's like I gotta stop real quick thruster.
Or I gotta run away real quick.
Yeah. And the knee is double jointed or single jointed?
It
looks single.
Single jointed.
Yeah, and doesn't want to knee. Why for does it not knee? Oh, that's stiff. Whew. That is a stiff knee joint, man. Look at that. I was scared. I was like, what? Ugh. And it's unpainted. That's crazy. What is this little...
I think...
Oh! Did we discover something?
Did we? No. I don't...
That's the right size peg. It's pointless, but it's the right size peg. Technically, you can.
You could if you want.
We don't. Okay, so we don't know what those pegs are back there, but you can technically put. Well, I was going to talk about it later. There's no beam saber storage, but I guess technically, if there was a door that came out through it, like if it actually went up through there, which I believe it doesn't do, right?
If you had that hinge that's in the front back there, then maybe it would work.
That is cool, though. Like, yeah, I mean, why is that peg there? Maybe it's for a different kit. No, because even this isn't that different from a normal Jinx, which has a hinge floppy thing there, too. But either way, why would it be a perfect size for a beam saber? I mean, it didn't even try as a normal beam saber. Either way, we might have discovered something, or we might not have. If you guys know where beam sabers are supposed to hide on Jinx, let us know. You got a little bit of movement back here for foot skirts. It's funny to actually see these things molded in separate plastic instead of having to paint it. Which, spoilers for the rest of the week, guys. You do get a nice side-to-side rocker. Rotation joint. Is there any foot?
Yeah, and
so
the one on the back does that too.
I love it. I love it so much. So you can actually do flight mode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is where the HGs kind of come up short. No pun intended. It also gives you, if you don't put that out, and you do get a little bit of a high heel look almost.
That's what I thought was going to happen, honestly, when I was building the foot.
Yeah, but that's a pretty flat-footed gun, or I almost call it a Gundam. Don't do that. It's a fake Gundam. It's not, well, technically the Thrones are fake Gundams. God, the Thrones need MGs. How do they miss that? Either way. All right, guys, so now that we're done with articulation, we can look at accessories and stuff. So he does, as we saw already, he comes with beam sabers. He does have 2 of them, but the other one pulls double duty as a bayonet. A beamonet?
A beamonet.
Beamonet. So this is actually going to look a little bit familiar later on down the week, so just remember that this happens. Okay? Just remember, guys, because I'm going to talk about it. Talk about it. Camera doesn't know where to focus. I'm going to have to fix my autofocus. Anyways, so it does have his normal rifle. Well, technically the advanced normal rifle. But if you want the regular GNX rifle, you just pull it off and boosh. There you go. And the handle does flip-flop. It doesn't tuck up inside, does it?
No.
Okay, because that's something yeah, it does. Not a lot. I mean, it
No,
locks. Well, it's supposed to lock. So the HG actually shunks up in there and locks in place. I'm letting you know and everybody else in the who's watching this, spoilers for all the rest of the week. It does have a cool purple lens there. Oh, there we go. There's some lighting. It doesn't come with a reflective bit behind it, does it?
No.
That's where you trick. Take your chrome marker and hit the back of it before you insert it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I actually did that on. I believe I did that on the Jagan.
Okay.
Because just so that way the light has something to reflect off of.
I see.
So yeah, see, tips. And even though he does have slots in the handle, it's kind of unnecessary because it does plug into the forearm for powering purposes. And then you kind of pretend that the hands close around it. Like, no joke, the hands don't exactly close, but he can hold it. I really do dig it. We can add on the short barrel just for comparison. That's neat. Gotta love that. And because this is based off of a standard MG Jinx, you get the long rifle version as well. I'm just gonna hit that on everything. Dude, I like that molded ridge detail inside there. That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was like, I really wasn't hoping that it was like gray plastic, like in some kits, and then you just have to paint it over.
Yep.
Or in some cases, it just comes with a sticker.
Yep. There we go. And there you got the really long rifle, which is cool. What you know? What's funny is they give you the short rifle for all of these things, but as far as I know, none of them used the short rifle. All of them had the long rifle, so it was always an option. But because they share it with the Jinx 3, they just leave it on as basically the master weapon, so to speak. And you have this lovely guy. Oh, I realize why that's different now. I'll talk about it in a second. So there's your Jinx shield. Once again, get used to seeing this. Wow, it's exactly like the HG. Now that I showed him that, here we go. And it does plug in on the outside of the forearm, which is handy because I hate when things plug in on the back of the forearm. I can't see what I'm doing, but it goes right there. Cool. And it does emit a miniature GN field too to help protect you, but it is reminiscent of the old school spinny shield. I don't know why those old rotating shields were ever a thing, but they were. And because this one's developed by the Federation guys, that all use that technology as it was. So there we go. I thought it could tuck under there. I wasn't sure. Those do get in the way though.
It does, especially if you ever, you can pop up to make it spin. It has articulation there too.
This does?
Those, yeah, you can take them off and then they do a full 360.
Hmm.
And then the shield does as well.
Oh, this does?
Yeah.
It actually has a spinning gimmick.
Yes. You just have to pop up and then it spins.
I'm doing it very carefully. Wow, I never knew that. See, it would be useful if people told me these things ahead of time. I'm assuming there's a good way to do it, but I'm not worried about it. Either way, you guys can see that. It should pop out and it'll spin. So I wonder if these are supposed to be shields or they're wings.
I think they're wings.
They're probably maneuvering thrusters because they really do look like miniature GN drives, or at least GN thrusters of some sort, because they use slightly different technology than the Gundams do when it comes to that sort of thing. Okay, so the last weapon, arguably the best.
The best weapon, yes.
The GN Lance. And as I said a minute ago, I was like, I'm trying to figure out why it was different from the normal Jinx. And it occurred to me, this is the prototype version. Duh. This is the one that came first. That's why it's a little bit different. It does look like it can plug onto something, though, because you have this big gap right here. And it's got some grooves in there. So it looks like it should plug onto something. Did the instructions have any?
No.
Because it looks like it should go on something. Consult the instructions, Christian. Because it almost looks like the handle of the gun will plug into it. Interesting. Pull the gun apart here so we can put it in his hand. Yeah, something totally plugs in there. I just don't know what. I mean, there's a groove in there and everything. That would be too convenient. Weird. It gives you the ability to do stuff, but doesn't tell you how to do the stuff. But anyway, it's cool. I like the color separation. All the little beam effect parts there are all in separate gray, though in future uses of this, the gray continues all the way down. So if one were so inclined, you could paint that. It does have cool little water slides right there. I don't know. It's like push the buttons for different options. I don't know what that is, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a control panel. It's kind of funny. And it does have a handle, like so, and it does have a tab. So that if you want to use it as a whooping stick. By the way, the hardest thing in the world is to try to blindly plug in something on a 00 hand. Like I'm on the tab, it's just like, I might plug in, I might not.
Applying a water decal.
It hates me. No, the problem is that like the groove on one side clearly is not as good as the groove on the other side. Turn your double thumb. Thank you. There we go. Oh, he's like a ring wraith from Lord of the Rings. That's something it reminds me of. Especially with those spiky fingers.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that. So you got big old Lancey Lance. I'm going to have to edit so much of this out, like just the fiddly stuff. And I guess if one is so inclined, you can double fist it. Maybe.
Yes.
Well, you say that. Have you tried it?
Yes, that's how I had it.
Oh, well, how about that? Oh, does this little thingy push that up?
Yeah, push that. I was reading the. Yeah.
But just for proof of purchase, you can do that. If one is so inclined. I didn't mean to knock this off. Anyway, so I'm trying to grab this guy with both hands here. I'm used to the HG articulation, which I will say is mildly better. Spoilers. Spoilers, the HG Jinxes are actually pretty good. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty epic weapon right there. I like the head. Articulation actually gives you something that you can do with it. Get your thumb under there, boy.
One of the two.
Pick a thumb and stick it under the thing. Dude, this thing is cool. How do you like it? I mean,
Man,
it's your kid. You tell me.
I actually wanted a Jinx, but when I saw this one and I saw the lance, I was like, I gotta have the lance.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. And that's what's fun, because they only just now are doing a Jinx 3 with the A-Laws version. And that's also P-Bandai. Sorry, guys, that will not be a part of this year's Jinx Week, but maybe there's probably going to be enough of them to do a Jinx Week next year. We'll see.
And fun fact, unfortunately, when I got this one,
Uh-huh.
I thought I was getting the Deborah's custom.
Yeah. The red one.
The red one, but I actually got the A-Laws version of it.
Oh, so you did get an A-Laws?
Yes,
Oh.
but
Well, guess what we're going to look at next year.
I returned it.
You returned that? Oh, you... Mm.
And I got the...
Oh, there we go. Now he's pimping. Oh, he's got like a guitar thing going on. I'll take a picture of that. That's awesome. Yeah, and I won't do the comparisons now because obvious
reasons.
Obvious reasons I won't do the comparisons now. But it actually is pretty damn cool. If you can get it for proper Japanese money, definitely worth it. Mm-hmm. If you can get it slightly cheaper than American money, definitely still worth it. Yeah. And this thing is hefty, guys. Like this is solid. The core of this thing is really beefy. I feel like we should compare it to things. Hold on. All right, so for a quick comparison, since I tend to forget to compare things on Master Grades, something we are probably gonna have to pull out again next week. Hint, hint. There's normal, regular old everyday Exia with my minor extra paint job on it. So it's actually taller than Exia. Like, not just at the crest, but I think at the head. It's close. It is squatting a little bit. It also has a samurai look to it, too.
Yeah.
Reminds me a little bit of the Hyakurin from IBO.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, because it's got very similar head shape, big thighs. And yeah, and color scheme. Ooh, that's a thing I have not done yet on the rest of Jinx Week. Maybe I'll insert that somehow later. YouTube time travel, guys. So yeah, if you've got a Master Grade, it'll definitely fit in with your Master Grade shelf. Though the weapons tend to be a little bit big. The only thing I don't dig is that you have so many weapon options, you're just going to end up with crap left over. You know, it's like you can't use all versions of the rifle at once. It does come with 2 beam sabers. I think we showed that. I don't know. You do get. I like the shield idea. I think it's pretty cool. I like the idea that it does pop out and spin a little bit. Though I don't even know that it did that in the series. So, guys, if you remember one using the pop out spinny shield, throw it in the comments down below. I know I'm going to have a know-it-all somewhere. Where are my know-it-alls at? Though it's funny that the bigger beam weapon doesn't use a reactor. Like, it doesn't plug in like the rifle does. But I guess it's kind of a machine gun. It's like, it's one of my favorite weapons, honestly. And I've built a few of them so far this week, as one could imagine. So guys, definitely recommend it. Well, I recommend it. I don't know about you. Do you recommend people getting this one, or would you say hold out for something different?
If you're looking for a Jinx,
because there is still
have the extra money to spend, go for it.
Because there is the original MG Jinx.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, and that's where I feel like you can have more. You have more play with the regular Jinx being just a standard.
And there's less going on.
Yeah, you have
There's-
this going on.
there's-
Like the thrusters.
It's definitely a smaller vehicle, so to speak. Man, I wish I had that one to compare it to, but somebody didn't bring it over. I'm gonna throw a lot of guilt at that person. Guilt, guilt, guilt. Anyways, so that's what next year is for, right?
Yes.
Yes. But guys, thanks for coming in, checking out Master Grade Monday here, and of course, thanks to Mr. Christian here for bringing this over. And of course, stick around next week for more of that. But before you go, make sure you hit up the Shoki Patreon, because every little bit definitely does help. I've lost some patrons as of late, and it will be good to get those numbers back up. In fact, the Patreon guys got access to the shirts early. And actually, it is more than just regular T-shirts. You've got women's tank tops, you got women's T-shirts, regular T-shirts, coffee mug, which I'm excited about, hoodies, and if you get the plain Hanes T-shirt, it comes in all of your favorite flavors of Gundam Meister. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to have a hard time not buying all of those. So, all right, guys, but we will catch you next week on next Master Grade Monday, where we look at the other kit that Christian brought over. So teasers for that. Make sure you stick around for the rest of Jinx week, because, well, basically you're going to get really, really tired of the word Jinx. And just get used to this form. It's just it is what it is. So we'll talk to you guys later. Remember, as always, to keep on building.